Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Crack Grade B. So this is the continuation of the earlier session that was recorded live earlier. It is regarding the report of agriculture at a glance report. Okay, where we are discussing various statistics related to agriculture as well as allied activities relevant for the NABARD examination. Okay, so the video actually stopped because of some technical difficulties. We apologize for that inconvenience. Okay, so let's start from the very place that we left. So we've completed the data regarding gross capital formation. Okay, so now we will discuss this production, trade and price of commodities data. Okay, as you all know, this data was taken from the report Agriculture at a Glance report. Some technical issues there. Okay, so the data has been taken from Agriculture at a Glance report. (2022) released by the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, so all the data within this report has been the latest one as reported from the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, so as you can see from the data itself, we have only covered the data with respect to those crops that are important from the perspective of examination, because as you all know, there are n number of report crops, for example jawar, bajra, maize and other things. But from the average perspective, which is from the previous year perspective, only these crops becomes important. We will cover those crops also, but we will just focus on those crops with respect to current year. But from the previous year perspective, only these crops and the data with respect to these entities becomes relevant. Okay, so as you can see, for the rice, the area as well as the production is the highest. So rice accounts for the highest area under crop, and it also produces the highest production. Okay, so similarly for wheat, 30 million hectares is the area and the production is 102 million tons. Okay, we need to remember the total pulses area, total food grains, oil seeds, sugarcane and cotton. All these data is very important because as the report is very latest, this can anyways be asked in the NABARD examination. Okay, so the data for production area as well as yield becomes very much important. Okay, then what about the data with respect to states? Okay, so we'll see. Right now we are actually seeing the data for 2021-2022. Okay, and in this data we'll discuss area wise, production wise as well as yield wise top 5 states. Okay, whether you learn top 5 or not, at least remember top 2 states, because usually what happens, instead of asking for the top state, the NABARD examiner usually asks the second highest, the second topmost state, area wise, production wise or yield wise. So in terms of area, Uttar Pradesh and then Madhya Pradesh are the top 2 states. In terms of production, UP as well as MP are the top 2 states. That is very easy to remember. Okay, but in terms of yield, Punjab and Haryana are the top 2 states. Okay, so please remember this. Now we will focus upon each crop: rice, wheat, nutri, jawar, bajra. Okay, so from the perspective of rice, all these data are very important. Total crop area 46.38 million hectares, total production 130.29 million hectares, yield is 2809 kilograms per hectare. Okay, top 5 states in terms of total rice cropped area: UP and Bengal. In terms of production, Bengal and UP. And in terms of yield, always Punjab is there, then Tamil Nadu. Okay, so all these things needs to be remembered for each crop because it has been asked, as is evident from the previous year questions that we discussed in the previous live session. Okay, the same case for wheat. Total cropped area 30.47, 106.84. Total production, yield is 3507 kilogram per hectare. And what about the top 5 states in terms of cropped area? Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan and Haryana. Okay. In terms of production, UP, MP, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. And in terms of yield, ironically, Haryana is over Punjab. Okay. So remember this thing. In rice, Punjab was at the top. In wheat, Haryana is on the top. Okay. Next is Nutri coarse cereals. And the total cropped area is 22.65 million hectares. Total production is 50.90 million tons. Yield is 2247 kilograms per hectare. And what about the top 5 states in terms of cropped area? As you can see, Rajasthan is at the top, Maharashtra. What about in terms of production? Karnataka, Rajasthan. Okay, and in terms of yield, West Bengal is at the top. Okay, so we have actually simplified all these things for you to remember. And what are the important things for you to remember? We have actually noted it down from the document itself, because as you know, the document is like an Excel sheet data from where we have collected all this. Okay, for you to simply just read it and cram it, revise it 2 to 3 times, then you will be able to do most of the questions asked in NABARD examination. Okay, next is about jawar. The cropped area is 3.81, yield is 1110. Total production is 4.23 million tons. Let's see the states. Maharashtra and Karnataka are the top 2 states in terms of cropped area. Same goes for production, but in terms of yield, Andhra Pradesh and MP are the highest. Now let's see similar criteria for bajra. Rajasthan is the top, then UP in terms of cropped area. Similar for the production, but for yield wise, MP and then Gujarat is there. Okay, so this becomes very much important. Next, about maize. So Karnataka is the largest producer of maize, area wise as well as quantity wise. That means production wise. Okay, and this is followed by MP in both the conditions. So in area wise, Karnataka then MP. Similarly in production wise, Karnataka then MP. Okay, so this is the case under maize. Now let's see pulses. So we have covered and we have given all the important top 2 states with respect to area as well as with respect to production. Okay, so you just need to remember all these states for each and every crop, so you will be able to do most of the questions in the examination. So for total pulses, MP, then Maharashtra, similarly Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So this is the area wise and this is the production wise ranking of states in terms of these crops. Okay, I hope this metric is very much understandable for all of you. So for gram crop, Maharashtra, MP. For arhar or tur, Maharashtra, Karnataka. For lentil, UP, MP. And before going to oilseeds, let's see the area wise also. So for gram, Maharashtra is the top. For tur, Karnataka is the top. and for lentil, masoor, the major data UP and MP are nearby. Okay, so they are at close proximity. Okay, so let's go to the oil seeds. There are 9 oil seeds, under which the total oil seeds we are talking about. So in terms of production, Rajasthan produces more than Madhya Pradesh. These are the top 2 states. And similarly, in terms of area, MP has the more area than Rajasthan. Okay, and now let's see different type of oil seeds. First of all, groundnut. So you can remember it from the first alphabet, groundnut in Gujarat. Okay, so Gujarat is at the top in both area wise as well as production wise. Gujarat, Rajasthan. So this is very easy to remember. Just remember the first alphabet. Okay, next is rapeseed and mustard. So here Rajasthan is there, then MP. Rajasthan is there, then MP. You can remember this from the first letter only. Okay, in soybean, Maharashtra is at the top, then MP. MP is at the top in terms of area, then Maharashtra. Okay, so this is very simplistic in pattern. Just remember the crop and then see the top 2 states in terms of production as well as in terms of area. You will be much more sorted for the examination in both phase 1 as well as phase 2 examination. Okay, similarly sunflower, Karnataka, Telangana, Karnataka and Maharashtra in terms of area. So this is area and this is production. Okay, in cotton, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Gujarat. In jute, West Bengal and Assam. See, once you know, as you all must be studying, in which type of soils do these crops get sown or get harvested. Okay, so as you all know, most of the jute are cropped in West Bengal only. Most of the cotton is cropped in the area of black soil. Okay, so area of black soil are present in these 2 states only, and most of the textile industry is located in these 2 states only. Okay, so you can use that logic also in order to see which states are at the top. So this can give you an educated perspective with respect to marking an option if you don't know the clear answer. Okay, so in sugarcane, UP is at the top, Maharashtra in terms of production, and same case in terms of area. Okay, in terms of tobacco, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh. And what about crude oil, crude palm oil, palm fresh fruit bunches, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Okay, so this is the major thing that we needed to cover. Similar data has been provided for various horticulture crops for 2021-22 third advanced estimates. Okay, so we have majorly covered the categories of various horticulture crops. Okay, and we have covered in terms of fruits, Maharashtra is at the top. Okay, in terms of area and in terms of production, Andhra Pradesh at the top. Similarly, in veggies, West Bengal is at the top, and then in terms of production, Uttar Pradesh is at the top. Plantation, Karnataka. In aromatics and medicinal crops, Rajasthan is at the top in both area wise as well as production wise. Similarly, for flowers, Karnataka is at the top, and in terms of production, Tamil Nadu is at the top. In spices, MP is there and Rajasthan is there in terms of area. For honey, area data is not there, but UP data is there. that UP produces the most. Similarly, in terms of total horticultural crops, that includes everything. Karnataka is at the top and UP is at the top for production. Okay, so Karnataka is at the top in terms of area, UP is at the top of production. And important vegetables, and especially this vegetable becomes very important because, as you know, recently the prices of tomatoes skyrocketed because of inflation. Okay, so you can see MP as well as Odisha has the highest cropped area. Okay, but in terms of production, MP is there and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, onion, as you all know, Maharashtra is at the top, potato UP. Okay, and in coconut, Kerala is at the top in terms of area, but Karnataka is at the top in terms of production. Next is very important. So this is state-wise area covered under organic farming during 2021-22. So these are the two schemes of government. So NPOP is a scheme of EPIDA, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and this Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana is a scheme under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Okay, and this scheme comes under, is an extension of soil health management under National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. Okay, so we need to remember under both these schemes which states have the most covered organic farming. Okay, so in terms of national program of organic, in NPOP certification, MP is the highest. Okay, and in Paramparagat, Andhra Pradesh is at the highest. Okay, so remember these two states, very important. Let's understand fisheries. Okay, so total inland fish production and marine fish production. So these two different types of production is there, and we need to understand which state produces the most inland fish production as well as which produces the most marine fish production. Okay, so in terms of inland fish production, Andhra Pradesh is the topmost states, but in terms of marine fish production, Gujarat is at the topmost position. Okay, and this is the data of 2021-22 provisional. Next data is about import and exports of principal agricultural commodities. So this we have already discussed earlier in the earlier live session, that in total imports, agriculture import share is 5.07%. In total exports, agriculture export share is 11.94%. Okay, and major import quantity wise into India are vegetable oils, pulses and fresh fruits. Major imports value wise also vegetable oils, fresh fruits, pulses. Okay, and what about the exports in terms of quantity wise? Rice, non-basmati, sugar and wheat. And in terms of value wise, marine products, rice, non-basmati and sugar. Okay, so this data is very much important because this usually gets asked in NABARD examination, and the import of vegetable oils have been asked in the civil services examination pre also. Okay, in various previous year questions. So this is very much important data, as you can see from the relevance it has for various examinations across the spectrum. Okay, next we will discuss FDI in agriculture services sector. In 2021, as you can see, $258.47 million were there, but it reduced to $82.7 million in 2022-23. And this is data for April to September. so we might have possibility for further ins, but it still is very much lower than the half of what earlier we did get. Okay, so in terms of state-wise FDI inflow in this time period, Bihar received the highest of the total inflows, then Delhi and then Telangana. Okay, so this is very much important for you to learn. Next is agricultural credit, and this is 2022-23 provisional data as of 31st January 2023. Okay, so recently you must have read about, I don't know whether you have read about 2018-2019 economic survey. In that it talked about the problem of agri credit, where the economic survey talked about that this agri credit is very skewed in nature in India. It is mostly in the southern region and compared to northern India. So this is reflected in the data itself, which we will see today. So as you can see, the short-term credit, long-term credit. As you can see, the short-term credit is the highest. This was also talked about in that economic survey chapter. And the long-term credit or medium-term credit is 5.74 lakh crores. So this is the situation which we can also at least understand or analyze, that within our country short-term focus is much more compared to long-term. And this is usually associated with capital expenditure or capital investment within the farmland, and this is mainly associated with operational expenditure. So when the focus will be reversed, or when the credit portion will be reversed, then we will see development in agriculture, because right now most of the credit is being used to just produce the crops only. If we use credit to expand the cropping yield or other things, expand or optimize the machinery that we use, then our agricultural productivity will obviously increase. Okay, as you can see from the region wise agriculture loan disbursement, southern region received the highest, and I have given the first data only, but to make you understand the difference between the first southern and northern region, I have given the both data. So southern region received the highest, which is 7.38 lakh crores, but northern region, which has the most population, also received 2.9 lakh crores, less than half of the total credit. So you can see the disparity in terms of agriculture credit existing within India. Okay, so read this in this context, you will be able to remember this data much more. Okay, so I hope this is very much understandable. So in terms of state wise, you can see agriculture loan disbursed, Tamil Nadu is the highest, 2.6 lakh crores. But what about the number of operative Kisan credit cards? So UP has the highest on account of its population. Okay, then Maharashtra and then Rajasthan. And this is data about Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, so this is very much important because the scheme is very much important. So up to 2022-23, from 2016 to 17, total farmer applications. Top three states are Rajasthan, Maharashtra and MP. In terms of area insured, MP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. In terms of sum insured, MP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. See, most of these three states are only there. In terms of gross premium, Maharashtra, MP, Rajasthan. In terms of total claims, Maharashtra, MP, Rajasthan. And in terms of paid claims, Maharashtra, MP, Rajasthan. So just remember these three states, very much important from the perspective of examination and very much easy to remember also, because all the data is with respect to these three states only. Okay, so In the next session, we'll cover the rest of the data, okay, which is very much important, as you can see from the here itself. Next, we'll cover the third advanced estimates production wise of major crops, okay. Also, we'll see MSPs of different crops, very much important, as you see the questions have come from this. And then production area wise and production of horticulture crops. And we have also included various data with respect to agriculture census, livestock census also. Okay, even handloom census is also there. And apart from handloom census, you can see that we have included the exports data also. See, we have actually simplified this for you to remember. 3-year export statement of APIDA products. The question usually comes directly from these things. So you'll be able to find everything from for floriculture, fruits and vegetable seeds, everything we have covered in this paid document, which I will also cover in this live session next time that we will do. So thank you for joining. Thank you so much.